terrible trio.
We love you, really. Guys, welcome to the BBC Radio Theatre here at the BBC Asia Network on Love Bollywood. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Raj, and thank you, Pablo. Which one is which?
Have a guess.
You have to have a guess.
Raj?
Oh!
Raj, okay, obviously.
I was going to say that. That's Raj.
Thank you very much. Now, which one's Karan, which one's Shah Rukh?
Google that. Find out.
Right, okay. We are going to give you... It's about you guys today. You will be able to ask some questions. But first of all, can we all sit down? Please?
Please take a seat, guys. All right. Karan,
Next week.
big release. My name is Khan. I know, it's going to keep falling out. It's not going to stay, I'm afraid. Why My Name is Khan?
Sorry?
Tell us about the film. Why have you made My Name is Khan?
I was not going to answer that seriously, but I think I might have to.
Well, let me tell you this well, that it started out as a very small film. It really did. My Name is Khan was supposed to be one of those, quiet 30-day shoots. Yeah.
I don't know when that ever was, really. Possibly in her head, it was a 30-day shoot. It was actually, it was our need to communicate what we really had to via this film. And I think that it was, the choice taken was to do it by an emotional narrative and a love story.
Indeed.
And it's kind of a first, in a sense, that I have directed a film that actually has a very strong underlying thought and message. But of course, it has the quintessential beautiful love story, because when you have Shah Rukh and Kajol, who kind of resonate love loud and clear in all their previous works, as everybody here might have seen, and that you cannot not make that the most important part of the narrative. So the love story is really pretty much the soul of the film, and the content is its heart.
Did you always have Shah Rukh and Kajol in mind for the main roles?
No, they begged me.
Oh, good.
They just begged me, and I said, okay, whatever.
Before we carry on, guys, can I just say there's no photography allowed here, so please do not use your cameras, otherwise you will be asked to leave. Thank you.
This is the BBC, I'm afraid. Even though we've added an extra B.
If anyone's got a spare one of these, let me know.
Bollywood British Broadcasting Company today.
Kajol, it has been a while since we've seen you and Shah Rukh on screen. Have you been kind of a bit impatient? Avoiding him and a bit impatient about this?
Completely. I've been avoiding him totally and completely. Yeah, I don't like him, really. We're just great actors, and we just pretend in front of a camera, but actually we absolutely hate each other.
We all hate each other. It's all about hating each other.
So, Shah Rukh, when you actually got the script, did you get a script, first of all?
No.
Was it a 4-hour narration?
No,
And I wept right through it.
Did you know?
No, we don't narrate to each
See,
other.
how can you say no to a film which is named after you?
You did Guddu as well.
That was not his name.
No.
He was not good.
I've done Dawn.
But, in terms of playing this character, the character suffers from a disability. Were you a bit worried that it was going to move away from how we usually see you on screen?
No, I actually, in a strange way, I'm myself mentally challenged. I'm a little weird.
He's not.
Can you vouch for that?
No, but there are really quirks the character has that Shah Rukh has himself, I'm telling you.
Really? Like?
Yeah. But I'm very intrigued by what we think is neuroatypical, which is not like us.
Okay.
Because I think it's really strange that there is a certain set of minds which work and live completely seeing the world differently than we do. What we think is normal, and that really intrigues me. So especially this ailment, this disorder known as Asperger's, which is a milder form of autism, so that everyone knows.
Indeed.
Yeah, you understood now?
Yep.
If I get to you, then everybody will understand it.
He knows.
You've heard the rumours about him, man.
I used to be
They're all
blonde.
true, are they?
But yeah, so it's very intriguing, and of course, the idea was to be able to do a love story with two characters, one of them being typical, neurotypical, the other one not. And a character who can't feel, can't cry, can't laugh, can't sing, can't dance. So leave all the crutches. Actually, I think it goes to his credit that in this film, he's made a love story, has a topical background, but he's left all the crutches that he only created for the Indian film industry as a romantic filmmaker, which is very gutsy. You know, Karan has a comfort zone. He can keep on making these wonderful films, especially when Kajal and me do. We have a little, a bit of a reputation that Karan, it's a nice love story. But Karan decided to make this film without the crutches that he himself has created for the film industry. So hopefully he'll bring in new things to the film now. People will do different kind of love stories.
Kajal, for you, in the sense of like, the screen jewelry of all. It's like Nargis Raj Kapoor. You transcend everything.
Wow.
Playing opposite.
You call me Nargis again.
Listen, don't call me Raj Kapoor, please. For heaven's sakes.
In the sense of like, when you guys are on screen, there's a magic that just comes out. Now, Shah Rukh Khan's character, with Asperger's, in the sense, what was it like acting and still conveying that passion and love?
Actually, he surprised me. He just surprised me. He shocked me. He awed me on the first day itself. And, I really felt like he was Rizwan Khan. And I think in each of his films, there's always been Shah Rukh in the film. He has mannerisms. And he has...
I get paid to be me.
Exactly. Exactly. So he is always Shah Rukh. You go to a film and you watch him and he's just Shah Rukh Khan all over. And I felt in this film, I really felt like I was looking at Rizwan Khan and I thought that, oh my God, it was amazing to watch. It was amazing to watch the transformation, yes.
Yeah, and that's why she did it, because she'd been wanting to avoid me. So she came on and said, oh no, Shah Rukh, I'll do this for you.
And Karan, did you miss the big dance numbers? The kind of K3G numbers that we're used to seeing in your films?
No.
No, he's
Why?
asking.
Why not? Why?
He's asking personally, participating in that.
Yeah, no, I did miss being part of that lineup, yeah. No, I didn't miss it at all. I was kind of fed up. I was fed up of having a Bhangra song. I was fed up of doing a song in a nightclub. There was no other way of doing it. I had done it in every film, whether it was It's the Time to Disco, or it was Rock and Roll Sonia, Where's the Party Tonight? I just was running out of expressions now to put into a nightclub number. I'm like, now what? Because everybody has started doing take a chill pill, dance at this party. Everybody has started kind of emulating that one kind of world that maybe we had created. So I just felt that I needed to challenge myself and walk into a film that really needed another ambience, another kind of synergy altogether.
But we all love those.
Don't we? Don't we?
It is quite a scary departure.
No, it's not really, actually. I think people are attributing too much difference to this film. In that way, there is the song, there is the moments of happiness, there is all the laughter, there's the emotion. It's all the emotions you went through and all the beats you went through when you saw the other films of mine.
Right, okay.
But it's just in a different world, in a different atmosphere, and just saying something else altogether. But I think the elation, the emotion, and the triumph, or the elevation you felt while watching Kabhi Khushi or while watching Kal Ho Na Ho or Kuch Kuch Hota, you will go through the beats of all those feelings. Right. You just might not have very beautiful clothes. I just think...
You really bitched us out with
Actually, it's not scary doing this, what he's done. It's scarier getting me and Kajol to dance. That's what he said, I'm not doing this anymore.
This was easier. I mean, as I said, the only big compromise is in the costume department.
No, he was dressed up very well during the
I was very well.
Each schedule, he had his own wardrobe.
I didn't want to look like them, are you mad? I was overdressed behind the camera.
Do you like that kind of power?
What?
When you can say, right, you're going to look like this, so I'm going to look better than you. Get on with it, you're going to do this.
Even if I try, I can't manage to look better, but I don't mind just being overdressed behind the camera. That still works for me.
What was it like shooting in the States? In LA for you guys? Especially with the topic of the film as well.
I think it was we were well rehearsed, researched, everything in terms of our
Organized.
yeah. So we were fine. It was just some things that were really tough was the weather, and we were losing light every day at about 4:30. So that was tough.
No, I think that they ask, and a lot of people ask me this question in context of because of the topic of the film and shooting it in America.
Okay.
But
we lied about the script.
Oh, did you? Wonderful.
Yeah, invariably we didn't tell them what it was about. We said we're really praising all of you. it's a praise piece.
Right, we're going to take some questions from the audience. Amrita Tana and Vishal Vadagam, are you guys here? Okay. Do you want to stand up, Amrita?
Hi. And then we're going to Vishal next. Vishal, oh, wonderful.
What are you laughing at?
Sorry, can I just start by saying I wish you well, for my name is Khan, and you all look great, and it's a real privilege for us to be here, and Kajal looks absolutely stunning. My question is to Karan. If you could have Kajal in any of the films that she hasn't been in, any of your films, which film would you want her in, and what character would she have played?
Actually, she's been in every film I've directed, barring Kabhi Alvida, and it was offered to her, but because of domestic reasons, she couldn't do it because we had a 90-day schedule, and Nisa was all of 2 years old, and she couldn't do it. And I missed having her on that set, I must admit. I missed having her because I'm kind of used to Kajal and Shah Rukh. We kind of have an equation where we all take each other for granted in the best possible way. So, I mean, I always miss her. In fact, when I write a role for any kind of female character in my film, I think the first face that comes in my subconscious mind is Kajal's, and that will always happen. It's a bad habit.
Kajal, how do you feel? How do you feel hearing that?
I feel good. I feel great that he thinks of me so highly as an actress or as an actor, that he can actually think of a subject and only think of me. I think it's great. It's a big compliment, and I really appreciate it.
I think it's the same with both of them. I mean, to me.
Yeah, don't be left out, Shah Rukh.
To me, no, Shah Rukh even more so.
The envy, I can feel it.
No.
In the subconscious mind, he thinks of us, consciously goes sign somebody else.
No, with Shah Rukh, it's the same thing. I think it's like, for me, I don't know any better. I mean, I didn't want to say better because that was sounding terrible. But it was really, to me, when I don't have Shah Rukh on set, it's like I don't think I've done my best work. And I think every time he's there, I think he makes it happen.
Vishal, your question?
How you doing? Is this working? Can you hear me? Yeah. Kajal, I just want to say you're stunning, for starters. I'm sure we all agree. My question is for Kajal and Shah Rukh Khan. If Karan was to make a film about your life, besides yourself being in the film, who would you like to see playing a younger and an older Shah Rukh Khan and a Kajal?
I don't know. I think I'm young enough to play the younger Shah Rukh.
I don't think I'd like him to make a story about my life. I'm too boring.
No, why?
I really am.
I look nice in shorts and all, schools.
Kajal's life, you want to make a story
I don't know
about?
whether I want somebody to see that.
Shah Rukh, I would say that Shah Rukh and Gauri's love story is really the most Hindi picture love story.
Well, now that you brought it up, you're going to have to tell us.
Truly, it's the film I will make and direct. I will call it Shah Rukh and Gauri, and it will be a huge hit because it has everything. It has love, it has passion, it has parental rejection, it has triumph eventually,
Drama and
it
humor.
has drama, and it.
Tell us a bit about the drama. Tell us a bit about the drama. What kind of drama goes on?
Oh, well, Shah Rukh, Gauri would kill us for even going there because I think Shah Rukh has told his love story. But truly, if you hear the love story, and I hope one day when Shah Rukh's book comes out, you read it, and I have to tell you, it's the one most brilliant love story you can ever imagine. And I think the love story continues even today, which is what is special about it.
Kajal, would you play Gauri if he makes this film?
And Shah Rukh is playing himself?
Yeah, of course.
We'll just leave that to Aryan and Nisa to do, I think, 2 decades down the line.
We've got some more questions for you. We've got Harley Quinn and Rafsa Begum.
Harley from Tamworth and Rafsa from Birmingham.
Where are you guys? Stand up.
Can you stand up? Harley?
Can't be.
David?
Harley and Tamza.
Rafsa.
Rafsa. Could you stand up as well, please? First question.
Hello.
Introduce yourself and say hello.
Hello, I'm Harley. This is my sister Doris. Hello. My question was, how do you feel the film industry's changed since you started compared to now in terms of your career?
You ask me or?
For all of you, sorry.
It hasn't changed for me. I was the #1 star when I started. I still am. And I think neither has it changed for the two of them. It hasn't changed much for us in a bad way, but on a serious note,
it's changed all for the good, really.
No,
Whatever has
there's
happened is
greater technology, and there's acceptance of subjects. Younger filmmakers like Karan and all, when they started off, they have changed cinema a lot. It's great to be acting in these times, because there's been such radical change every 5 years that you don't have to perhaps evolve as much as the cinema itself is taking you forward with its evolution. So it's really nice, you can do a different kind of role. It's not just love stories. You can do an action film, you can do a bad guy role, and you can do offbeat films which are commercially viable.
We've got better audiences as well.
We have much better audiences. Yeah, so there's been really leaps and bounds. I think specifically directors like Karan and the technology part of it, I think, is taking cinema really forward. Great fun.
What do you think it is, directors, when you said directors like Karan, what is it that's so different?
I know.
No,
We know you know. We're asking Shah Rukh.
No, I don't. Honestly, I get a little disturbed. The only time I get a little, passionate about this is when people say that Karan has made only popular culture cinema, and I don't agree with that. I mean, we are fun guys and we joke about it ourselves and
No,
laugh.
but hello, I really think it's difficult to make popular culture cinema, which is successful. I don't think it's easy. I mean, regardless of what people may say, it is really difficult to make a good film that entertains you with all the crutches, so-called, you put in it. I really think it's difficult. There are so many people who have tried it and failed.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people actually make a good, entertaining film? Tell me that.
Would you say My Name is Khan is a popular culture cinema, or is it away from that mold?
I definitely think it's a popular culture cinema.
Okay, before it gets violent, let's go to Rafsa. Rafsa, what's your question and who's it for?
Hi, my question's for Shah Rukh. Hello.
Say her name.
Rafsa.
No, I won't Raj.
What's her name?
You call her?
Rafsa.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Rafsa, how are you?
Hi, I'm alright. Okay, I just wanted to ask, from all the characters that you've actually played, which character is the most like you?
I don't know, there's a part of me in every character, maybe 2%, 1%, but...
I think it's definitely Khan.
Yeah, I think, there's... I'd like to believe, but I think there'll be very few people like Khan, the way Karan has written it and the way Kajol and everybody's reacted to it. I think he's too nice a guy, I'm not so nice. I'm like Dawn, mujhe jungli billion.
Thank you.
Know, actually.
Thank you, Rafsa.
Now, we also, over the space of the week, had our listeners email, text questions in for you. So here are some of them.
These are BBC Asian
You
Network
don't make
listeners.
these up, do you?
Of course we don't. We're the BBC.
Anti-Beep does not allow
I
us.
repeat, you don't make this up, do you?
We'll take that up later. Now, this is for Shah Rukh. Tim Alvezo. He'd like to know, I'd love to know who gets your vote for the most hardworking actor in Bollywood, who puts the biggest amount of soul into their work. And don't say yourself, because I know you're going to.
Yeah, this is Candice's point.
I'll say it for him. What's the big deal? He didn't say that Shah Rukh had to answer that question. Anyone else is good, right? I think it's him for sure.
But we won't be angry.
We'll do it backstage. It's okay.
Well, honestly, I think Anil Kapoor. I think he's very conscientious. Of the people that I know, I think Mr. Bachchan and I think Amir Khan. I think the three of them are awesome. All the people that I work with. Yeah. Superb.
Are you friends with Amir Khan? You know all that thing about him calling this and that and all that? Was that all?
Yeah,
And
we
do you-
sleep together, yeah.
Don't start rumours.
And he
No, we are friends.
preempted, you know, the three of you getting together and made a film called Three Idiots.
Oh dear. Maybe you want to get the slap over here. Another one for you, Shahrukh. This
Well,
is
I was offered the film, let me just put it that way. And I said,
And so was he. I was the only one who wasn't offered 3 Idiots. I wish I was.
they tried to
Really?
break the trio, we said no.
Would you ever like to get in front of the camera?
I have actually a lot.
And failed.
I've actually been in some colossal disasters, but I've also given 2 hit
I
films.
dodged him. Dil Wale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, he was
Yes.
sponsored.
But they sabotaged my acting career. They made me look really bad in that film.
No, good so good.
And my lines were cut.
And since then, he's been trying to sabotage our career by making films with us, but not succeeding.
Shahrukh, this is a question for you from Sayan Mitra, who says, would you ever consider doing an action movie like Doom 3 with Amir Khan? The combination would be awesome.
Oh, I'd love to. I mean, yeah, I love action. Strangely, the more of the films that I've done are of nice, simple, sweet, romantic variety. But I genuinely love action. And yes, with Amir, it would be beautiful. And I think Karan should direct it. And Kajol should wear a mini skirt and do all the... You know, just look at this
I
cast.
think I look better in a
Karan
sari,
directing,
really.
Kajol, me and Amir are acting in Doom.
I can still see Shahrukh and Amir in Dhoom 3. I cannot see Kajol in Dhoom 3. Sorry. And I'm certainly not directing her in Dhoom 3.
Maybe you could do a cameo.
Yeah, maybe I'll be the 3 in Dhoom 3.
We're going back to the audience. Now, the questions are from Mohammed Malouk from Derby. Where are you, Mohammed? Right, can you stand up? And after Mohammed, we're going to Aisha Begum from Luton. Aisha. Stand up, Aisha.
Calm down, dear. Stand up.
Stand up, let's have a look at you. Mohammed, your question.
Hi all, and nice to see you all in flash. Question for Kajol. Would you like to tell us what's been your most embarrassing moment in your life?
I can't say that. I can't say that, sorry. Guys,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's people who tell her that it's nice to see you in flesh. I'm joking, I'm sorry.
It's probably embarrassing enough for her to kind of...
She's already blushing, see? Too sweet.
Aisha, does that answer your question? Yeah.
She's not going to tell you.
Aisha, your question.
Hi, Shahrukh! I love you! I'm so excited to see you! Me too! Kajol, you're looking absolutely stunning! Look at you! And John, looking so cute! But Shahrukh, I love your dimples, Shahrukh.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, Shahrukh. I'm so excited, God.
What's the question?
I'm so excited, okay. Gosh, I forgot my question. Oh my God, right, okay. Okay, let me remember.
Somebody give her a glass of water because it faints.
I love you, Shahrukh. Okay, that's not my question, by the way. My question is, if you could direct a movie, what would be your storyline and who would you cast in it? I love you.
Sorry, you
You can choose me to be in your movie. Yeah, totally. I can be in your movie.
You could call it Chatterbox.
Chatterbox.
I could be there.
You are already in a movie, it seems. I'd like to make an action film. I like action and stuff, but I think on a very serious note, I'd like to say, you know, because Karan, when he comes across and talks to people, then you think it's great fun to be a director, but I think it's a very lonely job. It's a very difficult job. It's a very scary job.
ulcer-making job,
It is a very lonely
yeah.
job.
What about launching Ariane, Suhana, and Nisa?
Oh, I'd love to do that, yeah. Doom 3.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I think we should do that. Yeah, totally. I think we should do that.
Okay, I'll do that. I'd love to. Yes, I would love to make an action film with all our kids, yes. Yeah, but I love kids. I love
We can
action.
do that right now. We don't need to wait for like 20 years.
You know, it's a good idea. If I'm going to be off from filmmaking for another couple of months, can I cast Nisa and... Can I please? Yeah, okay. It's done.
It's a done deal.
You got me a job, darling. Thank you.
I love you, Sean.
I love you too. I love you too.
Thank you. We're going to take some more audience.
That's not really cute, by the way. You've got really cute dimples.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
indeed. Does anybody else love Shah Rukh, Kajol and Karan? Thank you.
We're going to take some more audience questions. Kunal Thakur and Haroon Rashid.
Where are you guys? Oh,
Hello. Right at the front. Kunal?
Kunal?
Hi guys.
Yes, right.
Karan, I just want to say thank you for bringing Shah Rukh and Kajol back on our screens. It's going to be amazing. Very excited for the film. But my question is to Shah Rukh really, and you know, being an iconic figure comes with its positives and negatives. How has it changed your life over the years, and kind of have you had to adapt your lifestyle to kind of accommodate it?
Well, let me just make it very clear. I never thought I'll be what I am. I kind of thought that I'll work hard and I'll succeed and make some money and have a good life. But I've got much more than I deserve. And there's nothing more in this life I love than being a star. I really like it. I love the fact that people love me. I'm humbled by it. And this all is with a lot of honesty. And all I want to do is give my life up for making people smile. That's all I want to do.
Kajol, what about yourself?
What about myself?
Yeah.
Well, as he said before, yes, I think it's. I don't think I expected to be where I am today. I definitely find it shocking. I find it a little scary at times. I'm not like Shah Rukh. I don't enjoy crowds. I am that kind of person. I had butterflies in my stomach over there, and I was like hyperventilating at the thought of standing in front of about 100 people who were going to ask me and question me and judge me. So I'm happy where I am today. I'm at peace with what I am, and I thank God for each and every moment of it.
And Karan, being iconic for you.
And we're sure we've seen you on a couple of front covers of magazines.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I wasn't expecting to do this. I wasn't expecting to be here, and I didn't think life would turn out this way. I wanted to be a designer. I thought I'd be an interior designer, fashion designer. I thought maybe I'd work in my father's office and do something else, maybe business, try my hand out. I really think I'm a film star because of Adi and Shah Rukh. I mean, Adi asked me to be an assistant. He thought I would be a director, and Shah Rukh agreed to do my first film. And it was a conversation that happened very casually on a hilltop in Switzerland that made my whole life. So I really think that destiny was a very big part of who I am today. And I believe I'm Destiny's child, and I will always be.
Okay, I just want to say, because the three of us said what we said, don't think we are focusless. We didn't know what we wanted to be, and we become this. Somebody knew that we wanted to do this work.
Haroon, you have a question?
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
I just want to say, Kajol, I need to take this opportunity to tell you you're my favourite actress of all time. Personal favourite film is Gupt. I thought you were outstanding.
Sit down.
Okay.
My question is for Shah Rukh. We hear that after My Name is Khan, you're going to be doing Don 2 and Ra 1. Is that a conscious decision to steer clear of your romantic roles, or do you see yourself doing any more romantic roles after that?
No, I do it if I'm offered. And suddenly when you say it, it sounds like I'm doing movies with just numbers in them. No, it's not like that. You know, when I'm always hoping people, friends and good directors, and come and tell me a script. In a state of mind, you know, you choose a film. This film is very intense and dramatic and very important. My Name is Khan. I've been injured for a year. I just suddenly feel that I should do something for the kids and a little fun and, not take myself so seriously, and an action film, because I have to prove it to myself that after my surgery on the shoulder and my spine, I can still do action. It's very important that I do that. So Ravan was designed like that. Don 2 was always slated after Don 1 did well. So we were always wanting to do, and it's great fun. I like being this bad guy, tongue. I like mouthing the dialogue, Don ko pakarna mushkil nahi namumkin. And Don 2 is very, very different from Don 1, because isme 11 ki nahi, we've got about 112 mulkon ki police. That's the main difference in the film. So I know it's not that. If I get a romantic, I was just telling Karan the other day that, all three of us has passed through quite an intense period of making this film, so different for us. See, inshallah, everyone will like it, but it's very difficult for even makers because we don't want to let you down. We know the expectations, we know the kind of love, and we feel responsible when we make a film. So when we make My Name is Khan, there is a huge responsibility, not just of the issues, but the fact that I hope all of you guys like it. You know, that's what we feed off this, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know, it's a new film. And so I was telling Karan, let's quickly do a nice, just romantic, easy, fun film also, you know. So I'd love to do it.
Well, any film any three of you put your names to, I'll be at the front of the queue at the box office.
Can we put backstage for the Gup thing?
Kaiser Ahmed. Where's Kaiser Ahmed? Kazir.
Kazir.
He's got a thing about names.
My name is
Hi.
Khan.
A question for Karan, sir. My favourite film of all time is Agnipath. I understand you'll be doing a remake. Do you think by remaking such a cult classic will be a good idea?
I think Agnipath never got its due in its time, and it's a film that was very close to my father. I think it was the one film that really broke his heart when it didn't do well at the box office. It got a lot of acclaim. It was considered like a cult film. I really feel that it's something that I wanted to do again, just in his memory, just so that we can get it right this time.
Have you got any stars you have got for the roles?
We haven't yet I mean, the process of writing it is still going on.
I've been auditioning. But I've been telling him, but he won't take me. But I think it's one of the greatest films ever made, and I'm dying to see the remake because, you know, a lot of youngsters may have missed out on it. And I think it's very important. It's one of my favorite films. I think Bachchan Saab was God, and I think they should make it again. Yeah.
Very inspirational film as well.
Very great film.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If there were remakes of your films, what ones would you choose? To redo by yourselves, that is.
Again?
Yeah.
We retook the film. We give so many retakes in between.
So it's fine.
Yeah, done. It's over with.
For bloody last 20 years, people say I do the same films again and again anyway.
We've got some listener questions. These are questions that people emailed and texted in to the BBC Asia Network. Giannis, this is a question for all of you. It says, in the past, your super-duper hits like DDLJ, K3G, all had scenes in London. Why has My Name is Khan been made in New York and not London? Will you ever make another movie together in London?
We're here today, aren't we?
Making a movie with all of us, which we appreciate. But would you, would the three of you make a movie in London again?
Of course, I mean, if the opportunity. In fact, Dostana 2, which I'm producing, is going to be shot in London. That's, of course, not with Shahrukh and Kajol.
That'll defeat the purpose
As he said, he writes those scripts with us in mind and then signs somebody else.
I imagine, you know, Abhishek
How
and
can
John
I
Abraham.
write Dostana with Shahrukh and Kajol? There's a problem there in everything, if you think about it. We'll get the orientation all wrong. No, so I mean, really after K3G, I we shot Kal Ho Na Ho and Kabhi Alvida outside of London. For various reasons. This one is meant to be filmed in America. Politically, it required for us to be shooting it in, not New York, actually. We shot in Los Angeles and San Francisco. But of course, the opportunity arrived. Shah Rukh is looking at shooting in London for his next film that he's producing. So there's lots of London coming up.
And can you tell us about that film?
No, I haven't written it yet. I'm just shooting. Now, we hope, inshallah, we'll shoot it in June, July in London. And yeah, it'll be nice. It's a superhero film. Where are you?
Where exactly?
No, I'll tell you, it's you're in the opposite Regent Street.
Great.
We're looking for the locations, actually, as we talk. And yeah, it's a superhero film. I think it's time India started. We tried to...
You see Shah Rukh flying over Piccadilly Circus, it'll be Ravan. Come to Birmingham.
I'll shoot in Birmingham, yes.
Now, we've got another question from Bhavna from Bristol, who emailed into the BBC Asian Network Love Bollywood, and this is for all three of you. Do you feel Bollywood is misconstrued by the Western world? And if so, how would you put it right? Karan.
I think it's totally, I think a large section, in fact, the perception is definitely changing in the last 5 or 7 years. But I think Bollywood, the term, is really a result of a certain kind of mockery because of the films made in the 80s. The 80s where people danced on pots, pans and various kitchen utensils. and saris flew off people's bodies and then draped their way back. And the whole idea of dancing in a row and 50 or 100 of them was a result of the films that we made in the 80s, which were remakes of certain southern films that did really well. So that whole phase kind of was slotted, and that's the phase where media was very active, and they focused themselves on us and made us sound like this kitsch, garish filmmaking nation without completely annulling the great cinema that we were responsible for in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. That's where the term Bollywood comes from, and that's why we are considered a little bit of a frivolous filmmaking nation, song and dance making, which is not true, because I think some of our content, in fact, a lot of our content is more soulful, more effective, and far more emotional and felt than any other cinema made in the world. Here, here. And I just think we haven't been platformed, and if we put up on a pedestal, I think we can give any film a run for its money. Exactly. But we just have to put ourselves and position ourselves, which is now happening with a certain corporate infrastructure and studio infrastructure that is penetrating our industry. I think it is happening.
Kajal, what about for yourself? Has Bollywood been misconstrued?
I think yes. I think yes. But I also think that the way they look at cinema, what they expect from cinema is, you know, as I said, the audience is changing. It's what the audience wanted at a particular time. And I believe that Indian filmmakers give the audiences what they want. I really believe that. So, as I said before, I believe in pop culture. I believe in songs and dances. I believe in making entertaining films. And I believe that entertaining good films will do well regardless of wherever they are shown. I truly believe that. I've seen a lot of English films which don't have a song and dance, which I've enjoyed. I've seen French films. I've seen a lot of other language films which I have completely enjoyed. So I think it's, you know, being exposed to that, really.
And Shahrukh?
I have a very clear idea about this. See, we don't, just because we don't intellectualize storytelling does not mean we are stupid.
It isn't good.
Or we are not intelligent filmmakers, one. And the second part is our cinema has to cater to a 90-year-old grandmother at home and the 9-year-old kid. So it is a variety cabaret, very difficult cinema to make, that you have to please everyone. You know, in India and other places, you have to forego necessities to be able to watch that show. So we need to make a film which is for everybody. You know, a linear storytelling or having just a character-driven film is, according to me, an easier filmmaking technique. We would love to do it, but whenever we're making a film, we're like, no, the granny has to like it, mummy has to like it.
And they all have to sit in the same room and watch it together.
So it has to have,
We're Indian.
yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, you know, so it's a
no
difficult
apologies
cinema.
for it.
It's a difficult cinema. So I can understand if somebody misconstrues it. They might think it's kitsch, and they might think it's a mix of a lot of things. Yes, it is. It is a mix of all this because all of us from the subcontinent and everywhere else in the world, we are a mixed race. So it's okay to be like that. So I think it's not misconstrued, it's not understood. Our language is a little different, but we can make all kinds of cinemas. You know, people like Karan and so many wonderful filmmakers, they can tell a story in a linear and character-driven way also. I mean, Khan is a lot like that. But does not take away from the importance of this marvelous, colorful, warm, singing, dancing. Our USP is that. You know, singing, dancing, kitsch is our kung fu. So we like it. Right? You know,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Don't you think so?
We're going to go to the audience now. Bansi Chadaswama.
Bansi?
And Sangeeta Kumar.
Vanisha.
Vanisha, sorry, I've got Sangeeta written in.
Bansi.
Hi, firstly, just like to say congratulations on making My Name is Khan. I know it's going to be a really big success. Also, thank you for just being the biggest icons of this time. And me, at a very young age, have been following the Indian film industry, and I think you guys have really shaped it for me, so thank you.
Thank you.
My question is for Kajal. I know you're such a glamorous, talented actress, but how difficult has it been to just incorporate your marriage lifestyle into your acting career? Because they say that after marriage, an Indian actress's career is totally gone, but you have really shown that you can cope with both at the same time.
You know, I think that's a preconceived notion that people have and that people have spoken about. But, I mean, before me, you had Sharmila Tagore, you had Saira Banu, you had all these women who worked so well and so happily after they got married as well. So, I mean, it's just that myth that people have in their heads that, oh my God, she's married now, and oh my God, she can't act anymore. Why? Did anybody stop to ask that?
And Kajal, don't you think it's a bit unfair because, I mean, Shahrukh, when you entered the industry, you were already married, weren't you?
Yeah. I mean, look at him. He managed fine.
And I can act a bit, yeah.
Well, sorry, can I just elaborate on my question? Why do you think that this myth has arisen?
Well, I think it's because I think it's because of society per se, because they have this label that they put on women who are married. I think it's because of society pressure, really, that you expect the woman to conform to a certain standard. You expect her to give up her entire life, her home, and everything, and shift over to the man's home or whatever, take his name, and give up everything that she was before and take on a completely different identity. And that identity does not involve anything that you did before. And I think it's very sad, but the point is that in today's 21st century or 22nd century or whatever, I don't think that applies. I don't think that applies anymore. And I think that each person is an individual, and your individuality is what the guy married you for. So don't give it up.
Venetia, your question?
Hi, guys. I feel so lucky right now to be here in front of you. This is a lifetime experience. Thank you so much. Love Bollywood. And
It's all right.
my question is for Shah Rukh Khan.
You got your name wrong, right?
Not my fault. That wasn't my fault.
My question is for you, Shah Rukh Khan. You have made all your fans around the world, including me, cry during an emotional scene. Have you ever cried watching yourself on screen?
Good question.
And tell us what scene it was too.
Yeah.
I only cry watching those films which flop. No, but first of all, I just like to say to you and everyone who so kindly says that thank you for being icons, etc. I think it's very nice of you to say that. But on behalf of Karan, Kajol, myself, and everyone, actually, it's thank you for giving us this opportunity to be able to serve you and be so good. Thank you very much. Actually, you guys are the ones. But my own films, no,
It's very difficult.
But like, I was watching Khan, and I told Karan that day, I think, or I think I told my wife before we came here, that there is a scene in the film, and it's not really the most emotional scene. It is actually before the emotional scene. Maybe because I know it, I don't know. I was watching it, and there's just one line, ki, "Main bura aadmi nahi hu." It's just a simple line. And when that was said, and Kajal runs in front of me and goes, yes, I got tears in my eyes. But I don't know if it was because of me or it was the way Kajal was running. But in real life, yes, I cry. I get saddened sometimes that, I don't know. I feel sad. Yes, I cry in real life. And I'm glad that I can make you cry. And hopefully...
Everyone does.
I know. Hopefully, I can make you guys smile also once in a way. And,
thank you so much.
Well, God bless you and keep crying.
Thank you.
Karen, when you're actually directing, right, it's a very emotional scene. You've actually written it. Do you actually cry while you're
Yeah, what do you know?
I don't know why you had to ask me. That's just not fair. No,
I've done his research.
I really, genuinely, I want to do a Karan watching his own emotional scene.
Please do.
Okay. You have to. Okay. Right.
This is the moment. Kajal, will you just say some emotional lines?
Okay.
Right.
So suppose I'm watching Kajal do a scene.
I don't think it's...
And then, when he gets really emotional, he pulls his pants up.
So I'm the one with the Asperger's syndrome.
Does he have nice legs?
Show it, Karan.
I'll show you backstage.
Oh dear, let's move on to audience questions. Harjinder Sagu from Birmingham and Amrita Rana from Birmingham. Harjinder,
Can you
where
both
are
stand
you?
up? Harjinder, and then Amrita. Where's Amrita? Wonderful.
Harjinder, your question, and who's it for?
It's for Karan, but I want to say hello and welcome to everybody.
Why don't
it's lovely
you?
to see you. Karan, my question to you is, you've got what inspired you to have your main character have this mental health illness? Was it somebody you knew that inspired you to do that?
No, actually, there was two parts to that question. We needed for the character to have a non-neurotypical situation, because he had to embark on a journey that would have been very implausible if he was like you and I. He would have brought too much logic and plausibility to that fact, and he wouldn't have embarked. It needed a man who thought in a different way altogether. When he's told, go and meet the President of America, he will actually go. Because none of you in this room would really go if someone told you to go to meet the president, because it's an impossible journey to make. But Rizwan Khan is not like you and I. He's different from us. He thinks differently. He breathes from a different space altogether. So we needed to give him a situation like that medically. So therefore, we zeroed in on Asperger's syndrome. Secondly, in my research with Shibani Batija, the screenplay writer of this film, we went to New York and Los Angeles, and we went to ACLU and various other organizations that protect minority rights in America. And within that space, we met a lot of people. I actually met a man who had a big fight with his wife. For various reasons, I can't mention his name, but she said the same thing to him in a fit of anger. She said, go and apologize, or go and say, you're not a terrorist to the President of America. And he actually had this disorder. And he went and he...
Again, telling the whole story of the film.
Yes. Sorry. No, but this is said in the book.
I know it is said, but you know.
Okay.
That's what happens when you get
my legs up. So basically, it came out of that.
Don't argue, guys. Don't argue, please.
Sorry, you should just not allow me. My apologies. I gave you more information than required.
That's okay. That's okay, but can I just say that I have a 6-year-old autistic nephew, and he loves all of your films. He has his own DVD player, just 3 movies in particular, and he loves you, Shah Rukh. It doesn't matter what he's doing, but the minute you're on the screen, he will stop and just stare at you. Wow. So, as I said, he's 6, and he would really love to have met you today. So I just want to say that on his behalf. Okay?
Thank you, Ajinda.
Thank you.
Final question, Amrita.
Final question, Amrita.
Hi guys, hope you enjoy your stay in London. But can I take you to Birmingham with me, please? See, my granny will make aloo wari parathe for you. She'll love to have you around. Okay, Karan, can I just say you're looking very handsome.
Thank you.
Loving the leather jacket. And loving the shoes, looking very hot.
Don't ask him to show his legs again, please.
Your legs.
Okay, Karan, I wanted to ask you that what do you think the secret is behind your successful working relationship? We can see that. What is the secret behind your successful working relationship with Shah Rukh and Kajol? And do you guys ever disagree about anything when you're making a film together?
I think we've just publicly disagreed. That he just said.
The success of what is the secret, really? I think the fact that we actually have mutual respect for each other is a big part of our success. I think all of us, like I, of course, started as an assistant to both of them, so I was in awe. There was lots of respect, and there was really a lot of love for their talent, and I think that just kept growing with every film. And I feel that even if there are days of disagreement, it's very, it's always addressed very honestly. And that's the best part. And we all respect each other's thought process so much that if something is brought up as a matter of disagreement, it's immediately resolved, because you know that if Shah Rukh brings up something that he feels very strongly about, I know he is really intuitive, he's extremely intelligent, and so he obviously has a very valid point. Similarly, Kajol is a very instinctive actor. So if she feels something on a gut level, I go with that. So I think that every time Shah Rukh and Kajol, which has been rare in my 12-year association with them, that we've had a disagreement. I think it might have happened twice or thrice in my entire career with them. And on very minor points, that immediately when they say something, I go with what they say, because I think they wouldn't bring it up if it wasn't important.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And so I just wanted to say I absolutely love you. You're the best actress ever. Please make more films. And Shah Rukh, can I just make a small request, please? Can you please tell me one of your romantic dialogues to me, please?
I don't remember exactly, but I'll try. Oh, okay, should I do the one I did with Bazigar? I'll do. I don't know
Both
if
of
it's
you
romantic
together.
enough or not. No, she just keeps quiet. I just talk to her. Okay, I'll try it. I would have tried. Okay.
Never mind, just say it
Okay.
now.
मैं जानता हूँ.
Can you hold my hand, please?
Have you got any more hands? We want to do the reaction.
मैं जानता हूँ. मैं जानता हूँ कि तुम जानना चाहती हो कि मैं जानबूझकर रेस हार क्यों गया. तुम्हारे लिए. क्योंकि अगर मैं ये रेस जीत जाता तो तुम्हारा दिल टूट जाता. और मैं तुम्हारी जैसी खूबसूरत हसीना का दिल नहीं तोड़ सकता.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's not over yet.
Oh, it's not over yet.
Don't interrupt me. इसलिए शायद किसी ने कहा है कभी-कभी कुछ जीतने के लिए कुछ हारना पड़ता है और हार कर जीतने वाले को बाजीगर कहते हैं.
Thank you. I love you, Shahrukh. Love you guys. And please, can you just say hello to my friend Samina, because I'm here because of her. She gave me the ticket. So can you say hi to Samina, please? She's right here.
Hello. Hello. Samina, don't faint. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Raj&Pablo. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Can I ask you, right, when he's actually saying these dialogues, right, and he's looking at you, what do you feel?
She can't see.
She can't see.
I'm half blind, by the way.
Okay.
I really am.
Without her
My
glasses,
number's
she
-4. So I'm really, so when he's saying all these things to me, I'm like,
Who are you?
I'm looking here is good. I'm looking in the right place, right?
Right, guys, we're going to play a little game with you now
right,
called Hot Potato.
Raj&Pablo's Garam Garam Aloo.
Right. Okay.
It's not that funny.
Now, basically, we've got 3 questions for each of you. One is a sweet aloo, one is a medium aloo, one is a hot aloo.
Okay.
Can you take the heat? So if you can, with the question, you take the hot one. Medium is the medium question. The sweet is an easy question that you don't have to tax your mind on.
Is it general knowledge or is it...
No, it's
about you guys.
questions about you guys. I think...
It's our twist on the coffee.
Shall we start with Karan? I think we should. Karan?
Basically, it's rapid fire with another name.
Oh, come on. Don't give yourself so much credit.
But I think Raj&Pablo's Garam Garam Aloos are good.
I like that. But Raj&Pablo's garam garam alus could just mean anything.
Stop it! Karan, what would you like? Sweet, medium, or hot?
Hot? Hot?
I like my alus hot.
Right, there it is.
I think Shahrukh, you should go.
Oh, no.
Shahrukh just started blushing.
Right, here's the question.
Right. And you can all guess for
No,
me.
I don't share my alus.
But Karan Johar, hot aloo. You and Shahrukh are having a boys' night out. Shahrukh has had a long day and turned his phone off. He doesn't want to talk to anyone. He wants some Shahrukh Karan time. You're sipping an aperitif when Gauri called you to ask.
Where's Shahrukh? And what do you do? Shahrukh says, don't tell her.
This is the most... This is the A. It sounds, and I love the way you performed it like you were having an orgasm. But I just want to say, calm down while I tell you how wrong this situation is. A, Shahrukh and me very rarely ever have this Shahrukh and Karan time because he has 2 children, 8 maids, 1 wife, a mother-in-law, a grandmother-in-law, a mansion, 3 dogs, 8 members of security, and 10 people always waiting for him in a meeting. So this time has never happened. B, Gauri never cares where he is. She is always concerned where I am. So if at all,
would probably
it would
come
be...
for Shahrukh. Give Karan the phone right now.
So there's absolutely nothing very sensual about this situation. I want to tell you, your hot aloo just got de-fizzed a bit.
As long as they're edible.
Nice reply. Kajal, your turn.
Yeah.
Sweet, medium, or hot?
Hot.
Hot? Right.
I must be very adventurous.
Listen, I heard about your aloo. I'm definitely going to go for hot.
Right, Kajal's Garam Garam Raj&Pablo alus.
And I want it performed exactly like how you performed his aloo. I'm sorry.
Kajal. It's the last film you'll ever make.
You've decided that, by the way. Not because you're not getting the offers, you've decided.
It needs to be a mega blockbuster hit. So you never have to work again. Who's your co-star?
You realize I've done Gupt as well, right?
Yeah.
First of all, that.
Who's your co-star? Ajit Devgan? Yeah. Or Shah Rukh Khan?
I don't think I can take the pressure. I'll make a two-hero film.
Dostana 3. Oh, dear. With Shah Rukh and Ajay. That's a blockbuster waiting to happen.
That will be your last film if that happens. Right. Shah Rukh, do we need to ask? Or
You have a steamy aloo. You have one that's hotter than hot.
Oh, that comes afterwards. Raj&Pablo's hot garam garam aloo for Shah Rukh Khan.
Aloo. It's actually aloo.
Ullus, yeah, here's the ullus. Right, as we all know, for millions of fans worldwide,
You have to react also like how he
you
is.
are
You have to.
you are the definition of love and romance.
Give all the
For
sound effects.
many.
But for change, I have someone acting more than me. Let me join.
For many worldwide, you ooze.
Do that again.
You ooze sex appeal.
Ooze away, baby.
But who do you find sexy, and what do you find sexy?
And now don't give some politically correct body.
Who do you find sexy and what do you find sexy about them?
Just people that I've seen. I like Megan Fox a lot. Megan Fox, is that how you pronounce her name? Megan Fox?
Yes.
Megan Fox?
Yes.
She's very hot. I think Kajol is very sexy. I mean, she's here, so I'm saying it and I'm not embarrassed. I want someone else to be more embarrassed on the stage than me. But I
don't think it's going to be possible.
If you had to transform Megan Fox, how would you and why?
Transform?
I think Karan thinks it's his show.
नहीं थी transformer में.
What's the question?
देखा मैं fun कर रहा था. You just ruined
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Right, take two. Do it again.
I don't ever come again.
On that note, can we just say thank you to our guests for coming? And more than that, thank you to you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Kajol, Karan Johar, and Mr. Shah Rukh Khan.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.